Good morning, students. Welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. I am Monica, your computational skills faculty. In the earlier sessions, we have learned about Excel, and before that, we have learned about Word document. So, I gave a clear picture of Word document, how to use, and how we can give the text in the Word document, and how we can take the hard copy of the Word document, that is a soft copy, how we can convert into hard copy and we can get the text. So, in the last session, I have explained about Excel sheet. So, in the Excel sheet, we have discussed about the home page. What are the different icons we are having in the menu bar, that is in the home page. Home page in the menu bar, what are the different uses like a cut, copy, format painter and font adjustment, font size and the midge and center, etc. we have learned. So, in this session we are going to learn some more about like some averages, the mathematical or arithmetic operations which we can do in the Excel sheet. I am going to explain today. And along with that, what is an Excel sheet and how we can use it and what are the main functions we are using in a Excel sheet. I am going to discuss about these topics in this lecture. So, I hope you are observing or you are learning somewhat, you are gaining the knowledge from my classes. So, go through it and have a look, practice well on a Word document, Excel sheet, and in the next session after this Excel sheet, we are going to discuss about the PowerPoint presentation, that is known as PPT. So, make a link, children, from one document, one Microsoft Word document to another Excel and PPT. It will be having a somewhat links so that the work made by you will be in a easy format. So, next. So, what is Excel used for? Let me explain for what purpose we are using the Excel sheet. So, why Word document is good, no? So, why we want to use the Excel sheet? So, because Word document we are having only the text in a paragraph or a sentence format. We can give the text in the form of sentence or in a paragraph. So, and we can insert some tables, but without inserting the tables, we are having a sheet named as Excel. So, Microsoft Excel. So, there is no process of inserting the table format or giving the individual cells where you want. So, in the Excel format, you can give the information directly so that it will convert into the cells. So, you can give your required information in a required cells. So, the work made by this is very easy. Next, let me explain what is Excel. So, what is Excel used for? For what purpose we are using the Excel? What are the features and what are the functions which are used by us? Let me explain. So, Excel is a handy software that can be used, see here children, to store and organize many data sets. So, what it means? So, Excel format is a software that can be used to store the data and store and organize many data sets. Data sets in the sense, children, when you are giving different data that are regarding some organization or a company or industry, so you should have a different sets to maintain all the data. Let us take an example that in the earlier session we have learned about registers. Only for one class, one register is good. For whole over school, there should be a soft copy maintained in the computer system. So, for that, one computer operator should be required to maintain all the data. The sets, different types of data is known as the data sets. To maintain all the data in a particular or in a correct format, we need a Excel format so that different sheets can be allocated and the different form, the different information. So, from different classes or different sections, we can include into that Excel sheet and it can be stored in a software manner. So that I am explaining here. Excel is a handy software, that is a soft copy to give a complete information of the class and or else the school or else the industry. So in an industry we are having different employees. So to maintain all the records of the employees only by handwriting, it's not possible, because there may be many mistakes done. So the paper should be cut off. So it will be a big process. If we maintain this soft copy, in this software we are maintaining these copies, or we are allocating the information in this soft copy, so we can make changes automatically when we want. So it is a main important thing you should remember, children. And why we can't maintain the hard copy, it says always renaming or doing some modifications won't be good in a hard copy, but in soft copy you can make number of changes, and you can change the names or a designation, something else. So you can save it, the copy will be as it is same, so there will be no loss of data in a soft copy. So we are using many of the soft copies to store the data. So, and using its features and formulas. What are features and formulas? Features in the sense the different types of process or the allocation of the memory in a different ways. So it is included in the software. So these are known as the features and formulas. Features in the sense, in our mobile phone we are having different features to store the data. So we are having different modifications we can do in a mobile phone, that they are known as features. So basing on the features we can use our individual allocation to the memory or the information given by us. And the formulas. So what are the formulas? We are having different types of formulas to store the data, or to combine, or to subtract, add, multiplication. These are all the formulas used in the Excel sheet to store the data or the information in a particular organized manner. So, and you can also use the tool to make sense of your data. So what it means? You can also use the tool. What is the tool we are using here to store the data? So we are having a complete software panel or a complete monitor with the software. So we can give the information to the computer system, and we can store the data in a particular organized manner when, if we know the correct uses of the tool, it is displayed on your monitor. So when we are knowing that correct uses, then we can give the information in that particular manner, and we can store the data safely. So the uses of tools make a sense that to store the data or the information in your computer system. So for example, what is the example I have taken is, so you could use a spreadsheet. What is a spreadsheet? So in our mail accounts we are having a drive, or we are having our mobile. So in that we are having a Google Drive. So in Drive we can form a Google Forms. What are the forms? So in that forms we can give a questions, or we want a response for us from another person. So if you give the questions, or if you give the queries of your sense, so it will be displayed in a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is also known as a Excel sheet, which displays the information not by typing in your system. It is given from another system who are going to give the response. That information will be stored in the spreadsheet of your computer. So for example, you could use a spreadsheet to track data and automatically see sums, average and totals. So what it means? It's in our computer or in our monitor, when you are giving a sum, average and totals, so the information can be given from your side only. From another side or from another computer you want to retrieve the data, so you can use the spreadsheets. by using this Google. So Gmail account. So by using these spreadsheets, the data will be tracked from the another computer to your computer, and it gives automatically when they are doing the sums, average and totals or etc. So by taking that or extracting that information, you can see in a spreadsheet. So make it sense, children. Spreadsheets are one of the Excel sheets used to retrieve the data from another's computer, not from your own computer, from another's computer. If you want to retrieve the data using a Google account, so you can view in the spreadsheets. So this is the one what is Excel sheet is used for. It gives a complete information, and we can give complete formulas and our information to store in a particular sets format, that is known as the data sets, and we can view the information from another computer using the spreadsheets. So next, and what are the features or somewhat functions used in the Excel format? So add header and footer. What is the header and footer? The upper part, as I said in the before sessions, as the upper part is known as a header and the lower part is known as a footer. When we want to give the information regarding some institute or a hospital, so you are aware of hospital sheets like this. So this is the header part and this is the footer part. So in this, the doctor description. So the doctor description will be written here, and in the upper part the doctor name. So doctor name, something else, and your name, and age, something else will be printed in a hard copy manner. So you can't write there. It is in a printed format. So it is the soft copy made in the computer system. In a computer system, when a header is filled with somewhat text like a doctor name, your name and age, it is given in the soft copy, and here the doctor or else the hospital address, phone number. So you have seen, I think so, the overall page will be in this format, so that the header will be inbuilt, you can't write something else like a doctor name at that stage. It is in a printed copy. So the upper part is known as a header and the lower part is known as a footer. So this is known as the header and footer. While if you want to give the text in the upper part, it will be in a header. So in that part only you can give the information wherever you want, using the starting from left side or right side or a middle of the page. And in the lower levels also, if you want to give the information from left, so you can click there the left icon, and in the middle icon, and the right icon. So it is known as the adding of header and footer. So MS Excel allows, MS Excel allows us to keep the header and footer in a spreadsheet document. So as I said, in a Word document, this whole process can be taken place. In Excel format, how we can use this? So in spreadsheets, the MS Excel allows to give the header and footer, because as I said, the spreadsheet is used to know the information from another account. So another person's individuality, like another person's information, if you want to know, it is a transformed in the form of spreadsheet through online. So when you want you are having 2-3 friends, so you want to know their daily timetable of that study. So how can you use that? So by giving the total questions, by giving that link, the web link to their friends, they can view that page and give the information. So you want individual persons to be in a individual page. In a one page, you want to keep the one person's timetable. So this MS Excel allows that spreadsheet to be maintained in a header and footer. So in the header part, you can give the name of your friend, first friend, so this is one page and this is another page. So let me explain in a empty page. You are having 3 friends. So you are having 3 spreadsheets. So you want to give the name as spreadsheet 1, spreadsheet 2 and spreadsheet 3. So you are having a icon like in the down. In the earlier session I have explained that sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3 in the same format you will be visible 1, 2 and 3. So you want individual page to be like this. And if you want to give the information so that they are having some timetable like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the form. So daily they are having in this Excel format. So all the 3 sheets are having the formats, this form. So if you want this information to be given as a header and footer, the header will be in a name. So name of your friend. So when you are having multiple sheets, you should give a particular name and the required name, so that when you want to retrieve the data again and again, the information will be in a safe manner and it will be visible and it will be clear to you whenever you want to search the data. So in the name you want some like A. The name of your first friend is A and second friend is, so this is known as header, so B, and name of your third friend is C. Let us assume that. And when you want to give the information in 3 different formats or 3 different sheets, so you should give a particular name, so that in the next layer, if you want to retrieve the data, it will be easy from this point. So it's the timetable of 1, 2 and 3. So this is the header format. In the spreadsheets we are having a eligibility that to give the name or a header and footer. In the footer part you want to give something like time. So the total time used is 10 hours. Let us assume that. So in the footer part you want to give commonly to 3 members, so that it will be visible to you to retrieve the data from different types of various times. So these are the information given in the Excel format which is used in the spreadsheets. So these are the formats used in a spreadsheets to store the data in a perfect manner, and it gives the information whenever you want. So data sorting. What is meant by sorting? Sorting in the sense we are having 2 different types of sortings, ascending and descending. Sorting in the sense it gives a picture that if you want to sort by numbers, so you are having something like 3, 2, 1, 4. So by giving a sorting in ascending format, you will be having 1, 2, 3 and 4. In descending, it's in a reverse manner. So sorting in the sense, it gives a order to the information. So in data sorting is used when the data should be sort. So that the ascending, by clicking the options, we are having ascending and descending. So if you want from a small to big, so the data size, if you want to give the data size sorted in ascending order, so it allocates your instructions and gives the information out as lower to higher. The data which is used in a lower memory, so it will be displayed first, and the highest memory will be displayed at the last. So data sorting is the process of arranging data in some logical order. What is the logical order? It is a ascending and descending order. So it allocates the instructions to the computer system, and it retrieves the data from the memory, and it gives the ascending and descending in the sorted format. So built-in formulas. What are the built-in formulas in Excel? So let me show what are the built-in formula. So let us open MS Excel. It's a Microsoft Office Excel worksheet. So here you are having a built-in formulas. Wait, children. So you are having a sum, average, count numbers, maximum and minimum. These are the built-in formulas in a worksheet, that is in a Excel worksheet. So we are going to learn that. So next, create different charts. So in the earlier sessions I have explained that we can use different types of charts like pie chart, pivot table, report, etc. So they are used according to the industry's level or according to the business level. They are used and maintained in a soft copy manner. So and it automatically edits the result. What is it? When you are giving a sum operation in the Excel sheet, so it automatically edits and gives the information to us back, so that the information will not be lost and there will be no extra burden to the user to calculate everything. It gives a complete information by clicking the operations which we want, that is the arithmetic operations. Next, this is the actual page of Microsoft Excel. So what does it means? So you are having a table format. So see here, children, it is in a row and column format. So the Excel sheet will be displayed in this format, and it is used by different users wherever it wants. It's not used in a we can't buy it, or there is no use of buying it. It is a inbuilt operations in your computer systems. So whenever you are giving your computer an operating system like Windows, like 7, 8, different 10, etc. So whenever you are giving a Windows, you are installing a software like Windows, so it automatically displays the worksheet like MS Excel or MS Word document and PPT in your computer system. Next, so what is a function? By whenever we want to use the MS Excel, so you need to give some of the functions to get arithmetic operations to be done. So what are the functions? A function is a predefined formula that performs calculations using specific values in a particular order. As I said, when you are giving a particular format and when you are giving a different characters or information to the computer system, so whenever it is in a particular format, you can use these functions predefined in the MS Excel. So and you can perform calculations, as I said before, you can perform sum, average, total, etc., minimum, maximum in the MS Excel document. Excel includes many common functions that can be used to quickly find the sum. As I said, we can use MS Excel to get information in a arithmetic operations format. So what are they? The mainly used are sum, average, count, maximum value and minimum value for a range of cells. Cells in the sense, children, when you are having a MS Excel, so you are having rows and columns. I have showed you. So these are the rows and columns. So These are the rows and these are the columns. So the individual part, let me show with another color. So this individual part is known as a cell, and each cell, so it is having these rounds are known as cells. It is in a rectangle format, so it's having a individual name. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So each individual column is having a alphabet shown here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this row column is defined as numericals, and this column is known as alphabets. So when you want to retrieve the data from first cell, so you can't give the number 1. So you can write as A1. So in the under level, the 1, that is in the A column, the first cell. So it is clear that in the A column, the first cell is required. And if you want something else like F, in the F column, the fifth one, so you want to write F5. So in the F, where is the fifth one? This is the fifth one. So the data will be retrieved from that cell. So that are the cells which are arranged in the Excel format to retrieve the data efficiently whenever you want. So what are the different operations we can perform in the Excel sheet? So the sum, average, minimum and maximum, these are the functions we can perform in our Excel format. So in the next session I am going to explain these sum, average, minimum, maximum, count and etc. In the next session I am going to explain. So that's all for today's session, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.